Uh, this is about women. I want you to talk about in a basic layman's term for those who watch this video to know what is women. One is that, and the other thing is because I fail to see in any movement where there is a women question strongly addressed. If women, for example, if you go to any university, there is caste question. You just walk into the campus and come out of the campus, you'll know, okay, Ambedkar is there, there is caste discrimination here. But women's question, any movement, even upper caste movement or even Dalit movement also, there is not addressed. So that what is this woman? That is one. Second thing is, for this Dalit camera, I want to ask a simple basic question is, what is this Dalit woman? And how a Dalit male responsible of harassing it?
Hmm.
In your experience, an activist and as a teacher also, you might have seen so many Dalit men, the way they behave with the women.
Hmm.
So this is just to know
Yeah.
what it is.
See, we have men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Do we have? Women altogether, though we say we are first human beings, we are different products. I think some will describe with nature, some will say it is a flower, all that. I don't buy that argument, but I see that women have different capacities. The women is always also compared with men. That also I don't agree. Women is because her brought up is different, her identities are different. She carries a different levels and different. I mean, she's supposed to. Her socialization is also different. Being a woman in India, I mean, let me talk as a Dalit women is as a definition goes that we are thrice oppressed by caste, by class, by gender, right? So even if we keep that away, we always, you know, to compete from womb to tomb we have violence. We have understood that. Okay? From womb to tomb we have violence before your birth and after your birth, and then your all the struggle is also. You always need to prove that you have the best. The whole life goes on that how best you are then compared to other women, how best you are in the eyes of your men, how best you are in the eyes of other men also. That means women, of course, sensitive, emotional, and all that. Because but socialization, she turns to a different thing. Because nowhere, I think, I don't know, developed societies they give much more freedom. But in third world countries, women are always, you are born as a human being, as the same, baby you are called. But when your socialization, as you grow, so you are taught as a gender constructed mode that you are a woman, you are supposed to be. When you are a Dalit woman, then the control starts because the parents think that they know that what is outside violence over a child. So the more protection comes in. But even we are not into that privilege to sit at home and protect our child and send to good schools and good universities, and the violence continues. So being a woman is in India is subjected to the violence to me. Being a woman is uh, is always trying to keep the family, survival and the struggle. Dalit women's life is, I feel, its entire life is struggle. Entire life is struggle for identity, struggle for survival, struggle to cope up with our own community men, Dalit men, and also outside the men. So, but if I see the history of the Dalit community, we are matriarchal society. That means women is more powerful. And if I see my parents' generation before that, I've not seen all these bloody rapes and all. I mean, 100 years back, I think 50 years back, even the society so-called development is not there. Rape isn't there, and some people define as the whole question whenever it comes a character assassination of Dalit women or a character assessment of a Dalit woman, that her character is good or bad. I think women thing is that men probably corrupt. All this goes side by side. So the sex was not a taboo until this Brahmanization and all the Hindu mythology or the Manu Dharma entered. Even for the Dalit community, have a different culture, which is culture is based on the equality. I'm talking about the maybe 100 years back. When I read and see 2-3 generation older people, how they celebrate at least in the house, that they don't have all this funny that you are supposed to not to wear this clothes and not to go out, not to talk about this, all that. But after this globalization, after the modernization, after the post-independent, after the the so-called economic reform, all the Dalit men have funnily changed and acquired the characteristics of the upper caste men. And most of the women are started feeling vulnerable to the community itself. Now even today, go to any Dalit village, by 16 you are married. Especially I am talking about the Dalit community. By 14 or 15 or once the girl is matured, they are married. That is with the fear and with the safety question, and also the parents' economical stability. I always feel those who support this modern world and the economic policies, why they have not touched this community at all? Why they have not, like all other upper caste women are going into different fields. They go to space. They go to, any area where they want to go. We are still struggling to come to the university itself, because we are recently for last 4-5 years promoting, please don't stop at 10th class, please come to the 11th standard, 12th standard, and we are promoting it. We are deliberately going to district and saying, because if she can come to one bit to the university or graduation level, her status increases. So the question is, Dalit women, being a woman, to me in India as a Dalit woman is, you have so much of burden of society, community, family, purity, all that I have to survive it. That is even if I feel I am a woman and a free soul and free, I'm sorry that even the community and the family, so-called family, is supposed to be a democratic space and all, it is not even fulfilled that desire. I mean, that is the most violent place, I can say. Family is never ever to me is a space for free and a place to enjoy, a place to share. That I have not seen yet. So the Dalit men, unfortunately, as they celebrate, see, my experience, if an upper caste woman has so many friends, it is looked as the, she's a free woman. She is a liberated woman. If I reverse that and put it a Dalit woman there, she's a bad woman, bad charactered woman. I mean, character is, she goes with everyone. The same voices speak. So how your freedom is looked and defined in a different way. The same is carried to the Dalit men also. Dalit men, they celebrate the freedom of upper caste women. They enjoy, woman is smoking, drinking, sitting everywhere. She is a liberated woman, and she is a modern woman, and she is, she is the women of this generation. But unfortunately, we can't see that if a Dalit woman does. We can't even bear and stand with that. I wish, I mean, there are always exceptions. There may be 1 or 2 exceptions in the community also. But it was a personal experience. When it comes to घर में घूंघट पहन के रहना, and outside you have to be a very item girl. I don't know what girl you have, or a modern girl. I mean, that is, Dalit movement is also failed in that perspective. I always ask these Dalit leaders, when you know what is oppression, the caste oppression, why don't you understand that you are also oppressing women at home? When you know one oppression, you should know the other oppression of all levels. If you ask that Dalit women or any woman, she knows being a woman what it is oppressed. She knows what it is being vulnerable. She knows what it is to be subjected to, you are targeted, of course. And but I see as our Dalit men are sensitive towards Dalit women's issue. I don't think. It's always again a struggle, a battle for us to, many people say that why all the Dalit girls are looking at other men. Why? Because they are not able to, take this oppression from the same community. Because they always see that other men are, they don't beat their wives and they take women outside, or they at least give equality. Couple of my interviews with the girls or my friends who are married, an interesting question is that it is a general question that you want to elevate from your community to other level, but also that maybe if you shift from here to other side, you may see the very democratic men around and the place around. But I think intercaste marriages have also failed to address.
That has also
failed to address this question. And the same vice versa, why Dalit men are looking for upper caste women is again they always, they celebrate it. They celebrate the identity and your association with upper caste. And maybe as everybody thinks that if you move from this caste, maybe your oppression goes off. But I think now the trend is slowly changing. I mean, some men and women are thinking that I should be in the community, not to serve the others. I have not seen the upper caste woman marrying a poor Dalit boy, a rickshaw fellow or an auto fellow. And she marries a IAS, IPS or wherever the position is high. And I don't think Dalit men have seen all the IPS, IAS things in the upper caste woman. Because if they have that, why do they marry these people? So the economic factor is the binding factor, not the emancipation and the fancy term that decaste. I am decastified. I mean, decaste is not that easy word. So being a woman, much more difficult in India. Being a Dalit woman is difficult, and it is full of battles, full of struggles. I think, and people like us, I'm interested in more grassroots women because they're always in the forefront of struggle. They are subject. They have to fight with the police. They have to fight with the state mechanism. Whatever police and all, and they have to fight with all the feudal laws. They have to fight with market systems. Everywhere you have to fight. I always wonder, in spite of knowing that there are so many troubles, she stands first. I mean, that is one has to really acknowledge, and one has to. I mean, today you have Medha Patkar, Brinda Karas. I mean, I hardly see Mayavati projected in such a way. That only we know. I mean, plus and minuses are everywhere, but only we know why. Right from the student leadership to the political power, only dummy candidates you will prefer that somebody wear a gungat and somebody, you are a real model of Hindu woman. Those Dalit women we are not looking for. Those are not ever the icons, and we see that the caste operates every level, in the movement, in the society, in the university, of course in the family too, in the academics too, of course.